Hello, welcome back to Turntable Guy. Today we're going to have a look at what I think is one of the most beautiful turntables I've ever seen. This is a Technics SL-MA1 quartz lock direct drive with the P-mount arm. I believe it was manufactured in mid-1980s. Has the rosewood finish. What makes this turntable very unique is it is completely computer controlled as far as the arm is concerned. So there's actually no mechanical connection between the arm and the rest of the turntable. In a regular semi-automatic or automatic turntable, there's usually gears that sit underneath the platter that are attached directly to the tone arm, and as the tone arm moves across the record, it triggers the auto return mechanism. In this turntable, Technics has done away with that, so it's almost like a manual turntable where the arm has no connection at all to the platter. So we'll have a look at this. Let's turn it on. Okay. I'm just turning on my amplifiers here. Make sure we got the right input. We'll have a short demonstration as well. Okay, up front are all your touch controls, power, start and stop, your queuing up and down, search, we'll go over that. That moves the arm left and right, speed control, and a repeat function as well. All right, let's turn it on. I've had this turntable for about 4 or 5 years. I bought it off the original owner, and he basically bought the unit back in the mid-80s, used it for a very short amount of time, and then put it in a closet where it sat until I picked it up. And I was very, very lucky to find this. There were a lot of people who were very interested with it, about it, and I got over there as soon as I can to snatch it up, because these turntables do not come up very often. And when they do, they're fetching incredible amounts of money. Okay, so once your power is activated, okay, we'll just have a look here as far as the arm is concerned. This is a boron arm, okay, so it's very lightweight. If you can see that, boron. Zoom in on that. Sorry, the lighting in my stereo room is rather dim, so I'm using some artificial light here. Anyway, it's a boron arm. Here's your computer-controlled electronic tone arm. It tells you what speed it's at, what the arm is doing at the time. The anti-skating is completely electronic. And this turntable, even though it's a P-mount arm, you can set the actual weight. A lot of P-mount turntables have a preset weight of 1.25 grams. This one you can actually set it, which is nice. That is the infrared record indicator, or sensor, I suppose you could say. And what it does is it interacts with these two grooves in the platter, okay, and as the turntable spins, it'll know whether you've got a 33 or a 45, I shouldn't say 33 or 45, whether you've got a 30 centimeter or 17 on the platter, and it will adjust where the arm drops, okay. Then it'll also set speed based on that, but you can adjust it manually yourself. If you have like a 30-inch disc that runs at 45 RPM, you can hit the speed here and change it to 45. Okay, let's see if I can get a record on here without throwing it across the room. It's difficult when you only have one hand. Okay. Alright, so when you want to play a record, first of all, unlock the arm, and you should not have to touch the arm whatsoever. Now I've got a Technics P328 cartridge on here right now. I also have a P540, which is a little bit better. I only use that for some of my better recordings. Also, I've got a couple Audio Technicas that I use when I want to change up the sound a little bit. Alright, let's give her a spin. So you basically hit the start button, and you let the computer do the rest. The arm will lift. And here we go. It's playing. I'll put up the sound just a little bit here. I still want to get a copyright strike. So if you don't like that track, you can queue up by pressing the button. Okay, try to get this all. So let's say we want to go to the next track. So we can hit the search button. And the tone arm will move across the record. That's slow speed. If I push it down again harder, it'll move faster. Okay, and it'll also go backwards. And then when you reach the point that you want to listen to, hit the queuing button again. There she goes. The beauty of the P-mount system was there's absolutely no alignment. Everything's pre-aligned, so you don't have to worry about fiddling around and aligning your cartridges. You plug them in, put the little retaining screw in, and you're done. And over here, it's telling you what's going on. So we've got the electronic anti-skating is activated. The auto disc size selected 30 centimeters, and the arm condition is currently in play. So if I lift the queuing, it'll go to standby. Okay. And if I move the arm to the end of the record and drop it, did I get to the end there? Oh, just about. Let's just give it a little touch here. There we go. Now it will lift up. And it'll say returning. And the platter will stop. And the arm will go back. And go back to its rest. Pretty marvelous for mid-80s. Like, the build quality, as you can imagine, is absolutely gorgeous. This is an actual veneer. It's not a wrap. The platter itself is a big, heavy unit, beautifully manufactured, very shiny, just stunning looking. The dust cover has been polished, even though it was meant to begin with. Gave it a light polish, so it's nice and clean and clear. So there you have it. There's one of Technics' true beauties, the SL-MA1. There was also an SL-M1, M2, and M3. I think the M3 is really the big boy, and it has the huge linear tracking motor to the side. Well, there you have it. Not something you see every day, and in this condition. Well, again, I want to thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, once this COVID situation clears up a little bit, we can get back to servicing these units. As far as this turntable is concerned, there's very little to zero servicing required. Just a drop of very light machine oil on the spindle, like once a year or every 6 months, depending on how often you use it, and that's it. So this one is relatively maintenance free. Again, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in the next video.